This is Walk With You, the story of Dred Scott and the Blow family of Virginia, C9, Huntsville, Alabama, 1821. There's a panoramic view of miles of cotton fields. A modest home which houses the Blow family and Dred Scott and his family is nearby. The Scott, Alabama family consisted of Solomon and Hannah, Dred's parents, Dred's older brothers, William, Luke, and Sam. Peter Blow purchases land using Dred's family as collateral. He had over 300 acres of undeveloped land that had to be cleared for cotton. Blow's first years were almost guaranteed to be good. They had one of the first cotton plantations in this area. However, it turns out the opposite occurs. The wars in Europe and dropping the price of cotton dramatically. Harriet Scott says, "Work in Alabama was more tedious than Virginia. There was no kitchen gardens. Charlotte is not impressed by the so-called El Dorado of the South. She remembers her disappointment in arriving there and not seeing money growing on trees and apple brandy flowing from their trunks." Dred's brothers work under the searing heat in the cotton fields of Alabama. Dred takes buckets of water out for him. Narrator says they moved from Virginia. The move from Virginia was the beginning of an accelerated downward spiral in the Blow family's fortunes. Harriet Scott says, Elizabeth gazes at Peter as only a wife who still has hope for their future can see. Her saddened eyes tell the story of their life to date. Peter is still hopeful. If not for her children's life, it would be unbearable. The narrator says by the mid-1820s, Alabama's soil was now impoverished due to the continuous planting of cotton and tobacco. Harriet Scott says that Peter Blow experiences another failure. Narrator, in late 1821, Blow ships 10,000 pounds of cotton he recently harvested down the Tennessee River. The boats get stuck on the sandbar when the river fell rapidly. The rise in the river came suddenly. 10 bales were lost overboard and the rest got very wet. The price Peter Blow received was 12 cents per pound, well below the 34 cents he could have received a few years earlier. Huntsville courthouse auction to sell Peter Blow plantation includes slaves. Peter Blow, after several years of failure, is forced to give up farming in Alabama. Harriet Scott, Peter Blow has to sell the Huntsville farm and Dred's first wife, Phyllis, to pay her debts. Dred cannot bear to see his first wife sold at the auction. He runs away. He is caught, brutally whipped, and is by a bounty hunter and sent back to Peter Blow. If you like this video, please press the like and subscribe button.